Work-life balance is essentially separating your personal life from your work life, and it's important because you want to take care of your personal needs. I think for so long, so many people have focused on their careers and work, and you know, that's not saying that's bad, but we need to be able to also take care of ourselves. Personally, in my career, I've had several years where I would focus more on the career and I was letting things go, and my health was deteriorating because of that. What work-life balance can look like if you're not taking care of it is where you've gone to work and you're sitting in your chair all day and you've hardly gotten up and you're just focused on everything you need to do for your job. At the same time though, it's important to get up, to go out in the sunshine, to read a book, to go have lunch with a coworker, or perhaps just go for a walk. These are the things that we advocate with our team to take time for yourselves to do. It's important that employers maintain a level of flexibility with their employees, understanding that employees have lives and needs that they need to address outside of the corporate environment. When you're in business trying to earn revenue, obviously that's important. You have a business that you're running, you need to earn revenue, but there's a way to do this where you're not negatively impacting the quality of life for that employee, where they feel good when they come to work every day, they feel well rested, they feel energized, and they're ready to deliver.
We have been needing empathy in the workplace for a very long time, but because of the pandemic, it became like, unless there's empathy, this won't work. This idea of work-life balance almost implies like when you're at work, you're not living. And what people really needed was the flexibility and the idea that they look really professional up front and they're on Zoom camera and they're wearing their slippers and their pajamas on the bottom. The illusion and the spell of this separation was broken. There was more authenticity. There was a greater need for flexibility. People were dealing with greater levels of isolation, loneliness, overwhelm. And that was something that united everyone. And so what workplaces really had an opportunity to do, and so many did do, was that they invested in relationships. And one of the core elements of relationship is building empathy. Great leaders really foster and develop empathy. They seek to understand.
Maintaining company culture, I think, is the number one way to be able to then have your employees buy in to how to execute on the vision of the company. And it definitely became more of a challenge, during the pandemic.
So the reason it's so important for leaders to invest in their employees at this time as we're managing this pandemic is that there are, as we know, this is something all of us know right now, there's just such incredible levels of stress. And so if you want to get the best from your employees, you want to really acknowledge that they are a full human being. And that if they're dealing with tremendous stress, which so many people are, they're not going to be able to optimize their time and their talents. And so you want to support people not only in focusing on how to execute with whatever their skill set is, but how to self-manage. It's just a smart thing to do. They are your human resource.